Hello, my beautiful business owner friends. So, if you run a local business, that you get your business from people who come to you locally, they come to your location, like a brick and mortar location, like you're a chiropractor or a dentist or auto repair shop, or if you service people in your area, this is going to be something very interesting for you. This is going to be something new, especially if you're running paid advertising and you found out it's getting expensive and doesn't seem to work as well. Maybe you've been kind of disappointed with running a bunch of paid ads and, oh, you got to run paid ads. You can't get people in. I'm going to show you another way. We'll just call it the other way to go about doing the same thing. That's for my money, it's a lot less expensive, works real well, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is and why it works. So I'm trying to do this real quick. But first of all, please forgive me my slides. I just whipped these together because I was going to draw some illustrations to help you show what I'm doing here, but my drawing is even worse than my slide creation. So if you'll just bear with me a few seconds, I promise I'll try to get this across to you. So first of all, let's talk about the usual ways. Usually you run target ads. So this is you, the business owner, right? And you run an ad, and you're running to all these prospective folks over here, right? And what you're trying to do is you're trying to target just the guys you think will be your next prospects. So you got to pay to target them. And then only one or two of these guys, meaning this whole little group here, one might be ready to go right now. The rest of them, yeah, they might be prospects for you in the future somewhere, but not right now. And when you run that paid ad, it runs once. If they're not ready to take action, it's done. And you got to pay to run it again the next day or the next week or the next month or the next year. Otherwise, you make an offer to these guys. They're not ready, even though they are prospects. Most of them don't. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter to them. And you paid a lot of money to reach these guys because targeting ads, we know, is expensive. And that's why if you ever run marketing campaigns, the graph will look like this. If you keep track, you'll get your best results usually in the very beginning. You ever notice that? You run a marketing campaign, it's like, man, that thing is hot. It's awesome. I'm going to be rich. And then not quite as good. And then it slides a little more and slides more. And somewhere down around here, it's not worth it doing anymore. Wow, that's not paying off anymore. How come that used to work 3 months ago? How come that was awesome? I'll tell you why. Because you're targeting up here. We'll go back to this last slide here. You're targeting these small group of people, the small group that are the most likely, and there's only one or two here ready now, and maybe one later on, and one later on. Eventually, you've got all these guys who are ready to take action right now for that offer, and you've got to do a whole different marketing program to try to reach the rest of these few number of guys that you've been targeting, right? So that leads to this kind of look on graphs, which is what leads to people pulling their hair out because you need constant new customers coming in or you're going to die. Okay, so let's talk about the other way. This is a non-intuitive way, so follow the bouncing ball on this, okay? So I call this the other way. It's called social publicity. That's what I call it. It's not really called anything out there. It doesn't actually have a name, so I gave it a name called social publicity because using social media and marketing to get publicity, right? So social publicity is cheap. You're still paying to run promotions, but it's because it's publicity, it's way cheaper. It reaches a lot of people a little bit all the time. So now we take everybody who's a possible prospect in your market, like everybody who could possibly be a prospect for you, right? And now you're just reaching out to them, all the time, very lightly. You're not trying to run a heavy ad. You're not making them buy. You don't need them to buy right now because these ads are super cheap. So you're just being in front of everybody all the time. And what that means is, this is what it looks like. This is my best drawing, okay? I'm sorry if this is not really great, but I'll try to explain this. So here you are, the business owner. This yellow circle is it's all the prospects who are in your area who could take action, right? These are the guys who could buy from you, right? They're close enough, or if you're a dentist, they have teeth, whatever it is, right? Or so, now these the blue dots are just the few of those people who are ready right now to talk to you. That's all. Now that doesn't mean the guys in the yellow spaces here aren't ready. It just means the blue ones need you now. They just realize, oh, I need that. I need that now. I need that guy now. And so you've been doing a good job of staying in touch with these guys. So these are the ones who will show up to you now. Now, does that mean all the advertising on the other guys is wasted? No, because they know they're learning more and more who you are and what you do and that you're there, right? You're becoming someone they're familiar with. And when they are familiar with you, they tend to trust you. Familiarity breeds trust, is the old saying. And people do business with people they trust. So if they just see you over and over, even though they're not ready for you right now, they will be one day or maybe one day. And then on that day, they'll be the blue dot who becomes your new customer. And because of that, you get this really different looking graph. When you measure this thing out, and I can show you hundreds of graphs that are like this for people who've run this social publicity type campaign. Is you're basically just running the inexpensive kind of targeted ads, which are targeted everybody, so they're very cheap. And as more and more people know who you are, they start to choose you more and more often. You ever notice that the busiest place in town is also the best known place in town? Well, which happened first? Did people know who they were and then bought from them? Or did people buy from them and then know who they were? They know who they were first. Best known beats best. You'll hear it in my other videos, say it all the time. This is what that looks like when you actually graph the results on your advertising. So you're spending the same amount of money, but the results are going up and up because it's cumulative. It's cumulative. The people who heard about you back here are your customers here, and these people are hearing about you, and they'll be your customers here. It's really cool, and it's really inexpensive. So anyway, social publicity, so just breaking it down, why I think it's the better way is people come to know who you are, what you do, and how to reach you when they need you. Isn't that all you really want? Look, for a local business, that's all you need. You need the people in your area to know who you are, what you do, and how to reach you when they need you. And if you do this constant publicity thing, we're always just there in a friendly way. These things are barely ads. They're just very, hey, here I am. Hey, here I am. Hey, if you need someone to help you out with this problem, I fixed that problem. You become the one they know. That way, when they call you, they're calling you. You don't have to like chase leads or ask them, please come in. They already think they know you. They already feel like they know you. They've been seeing you for months or years, however long you're running your publicity for. And because of that, it's 70% less expensive. Right? The ads are so much less expensive, and the results, because they build up over time, the statistic I've been able to find is that 70% less expensive to accomplish the same goal as you would gutting it out with paid, super targeted ads, trying to get leads or whatever you're trying to do there, right? And you don't have to do bigger discounts to these guys. Remember, familiarity breeds trust. People tend to do business with people they trust. And you don't really need to give them two huge major discounts to get them to come in if they trust you. Maybe you have to give them like a little special, have them come in now. It's fine. That's how that works. So anyway, if you want to find out more about social publicity, that's what my agency does for clients all over the country. Whatever you're, a butcher, baker, candlestick maker, chiropractor, dentist, veterinarian, tree service, whatever you are, if you got local customers, we can show you how to run this type of campaign. We can run the whole thing for under $1,500 a month, actually, including all the ad spend. It's that cheap. Yeah, usually other marketing campaigns, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and they're dead after a month. These go on for month after month and do a pretty good job. Otherwise, over at thecustomerfactory.com, I have other resources you can go download and see other videos like this, and I'll help you out any way I can, even if you're not paying me, because that's cool. It's a big, happy world, and we all get along by helping each other. All right, I'll see you in the next video.